All right, all right. Good evening. I'm alive. I'm alive. How's everyone doing tonight? Good evening, good evening. Still got some bad wounds from this morning. I'm all cut up and bleeding, but we're here. We're showing up. Bloodied, beaten. I don't know if the market sodomized me or castrated me, but we're here. We're here. Good evening to everyone. All right, looks like we're, what is it? Buy the dips. We're in buy the dip mode. Tight little channel here. What do we got? Oh boy. Wait till everybody starts showing up. All right, she's a pumping. Let's see how far she'll go. Short Trends, that other JC. Christopher. Good evening to everyone. Well, looks like buy the dip mode is in effect right now. Let's see how far we're going. Good evening to everyone. I'll wait for everybody to start tuning in and we'll start the chat going. Hope everyone had a decent day. I got beat up this morning. Pretty bad. But we'll talk about that throughout the stream tonight. Well, bulls are pushing this, huh? Buy the dip. There's that 300 break finally. They were trying to break out of 300 since the open, 6 p.m. Wow. All right, here we go. Here's the pop above 300. Can they hit, what's the next pivot point? 330? How far will they push it on this wave is the question. Huh. These bears, man. These bears have been punishing bulls all day. I think I'm going to be afraid to long tonight. All right, well, good evening to everyone, or good night, or good morning, depending on where you're at. For everybody here in the States, good evening, good night. For everyone overseas, good morning, good afternoon. Let's try to make some money tonight. Well, we're back to, what is it, 500 points below where we were last night. We were all screaming and yelling 23,800 last night. Well, we're down to 23,300 now. And it's ripping. Steve Smith, nice 200 cross. Yeah, we finally we struggled all day. All day, no 200 cross. And now finally the 200 has come and met price action. And the 9 EMA finally starting to provide resistance to the upside. So let's see how far she'll go on this wave. All right, so clearly we're in a little ascending channel, very tight ascending channel. Steve Smith, I agree, man. I'm not trusting it. I paid dearly this morning, longing. So still not trusting it. I get it by the dip. We're at some pretty critical levels on the low side, but bears did it nasty. How far did they go in terms of levels? Let's take a look at the 4 hour real quick. Where are we? All right, here we are. So we came all the way down to last week, July 23rd. This was a chop zone right here. That was a previous chop zone right here. That was a whole week of chop right there, that zone. We blasted right through that. I mean, if we're going to go further down, we're talking about 160s, this area down here. So let's hope this is by the dip and it's over. Go straight to funded. What's up, brother? Still bleeding, brother. I'm still bleeding. Oh, man. All right, so we'll see where this wave takes us. How far are they going to push it? Yeah, just a bad day. So for anybody tuned in who was not part of the live stream this morning, I took a brutal loss today. I actually blew all my accounts. I had a little bit of drawdown left, I think, before I ended the stream. Of course, I wasn't going to end it there. And MightFab, did you trade New York session today? Yes, I did. I'm going over it right now. Brutal session. I blew all my accounts. So we're starting from zero. I just opened up 2 accounts with Funded Futures Network. Over the weekend, I'll start taking a look at what prop firms I want to trade. But as of right now, I am down to 2 accounts. Just being transparent, I went on full tilt this morning, live, and blew it all up, trying to long these bears. These bears, it's the typical loss that I get. It's something I got to work on. Directional days kill me. Directional days, especially directional days to the downside. I checked my stats for like the last 2-3 months. The directional days we've had, which are very few, there were three big ones. All 3 I took big losses. This one I didn't recover. The prior 2 I did. I battled my way back and recovered within the same day or next day. Today, no recovery. Blew them all. Christopher. But it's something I got to work on. It's the easiest trade of the day, right? Just follow the trend. Just hop on a short. it's my style of trading. I'm a reversal trader by nature. Most of my trades are reversals, contrarian type trading. When you don't get those bounces, I'm going to pay dearly. And it's something I got to work on, figure out how to get the hell out. Tighter stops, Charles Jolly, 100%. You guys have seen me play with no stops or manual stops. So it's going to be a work in progress. The contrarian or the reversal trader in me, yeah, 95% of the time with NASDAQ, that's the way it plays. Well, when that directional day comes and you're trying to counter trade the trend, I pay dearly. So it's the cost of doing business for me. It's that 1 or 2 days every month or every 2 months that potentially I can have a tilt day I'll blow all the accounts. And today was one of them. So back to zero. Like I said, I just opened up 2 accounts with Funded Futures Network. I'm probably going to look over the weekend. I'm heading into Sedona this weekend, so I'll be in tourist mode. But definitely by Monday or Tuesday, I'll have some more accounts. Start copy trading. Go straight to funded. Set the stop to your personal limit and to blazes with the wick risk. I like it. And you got a good point. I've also been stopped out silly trying to play tight stops. So I got to review everything. I think the big issue is directional days, fighting the trend, not taking a small loss. In general, 97% of the time, NQ is not going to have a directional day like the day we had. But it's how do I prevent going on tilt on these type of days? But it did happen today. It's part of the process. No biggie. We'll come back. All right, so we flushed all the way down to about 230. Wow, I can't believe we're saying 230 after being at 800 last night. Yep, directional. It's my Achilles. For those of you that have watched me in the morning, when I take a big loss, it's the directional day, the easy directional day. The one all you got to do is just jump on a short. All we had to do today was jump on a short. It didn't matter where you hopped on a short. As long as you were willing to take a little bit of drawdown, you'd have been fine. The other JC, I have the opposite problem. I way better at directional days, but they're too few and far between. Yeah, like I said, I'm okay with the problem I had, or I have. 95, if not 96 or 97% of the time, NQ moves with chop. In other words, you have reversals, you have counter trade opportunities. It's these days. Today there was no counter trade today, and if there was one, you had to have it timed. I looked back at the whole chart today. You had to have the timing perfect. Get out. Don't pray for continuation because there was no continuation. At most, you were going to get 50 to 70 points on a bounce. And if you thought it was going to continue to go up, you were wrong. You're going to get flushed right back down. Shark Trends, he took a long at 300. Yeah, I'm waiting for a pullback now. I think I missed that long at 300. 347 and 350. Yep, I think that's an easy target. That's an easy buy the dip. MP, I appreciate you, man. Hey, we have good days, we have bad days. Today, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if I got sodomized, if I got castrated. I don't feel anything right now. But I did take a brutal loss. But self-inflicted. It wasn't the market. It was me. Silly trading. Refusing to accept a small loss. Fighting the trend. And as the old saying goes, F around, you're going to find out. I found out today. Got humbled. But anyways, moving on. That's the story. Nice little blowout today. Blew everything. So, David, we don't talk about Bruno, David. Let's just say I blew all my funded accounts. That includes Apex, Take Profit Trader. I blew a ton of evals that I was working on. It's all gone. But it is what it is. I just opened up 2 accounts for tonight. My funded futures. That's all I'm trading tonight. 2 accounts. And over the weekend, I'll take a look at I think I'm going to do some straight to funded with a couple props, so I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. Mental capital is for real. Yeah, man. Today was nasty, but it was not the market. It was me. I have a big issue. My biggest bad days are directional days. Give me chop, I'll trade the chop until oblivion, but directional days, the counter trend trader in me, because most of the plays you see me do are reversals, let's be honest. I'm mainly a reversal player. Yeah, that works 95, most of the time NQ, let's whatever the percentage is, the majority of the time NQ moves for reversals. When you have a directional day like today with very minimal opportunities on reversals, and the few reversals that there were very, you had to time it perfectly. You only got maybe 50 or 70 points before you got flushed back down another 150. Hey, that's the way it played out today. So it is what it is. We move on. We'll be back next week. Today, like I said, only 2 accounts right now. I feel like I'm naked right now, but taking it in chin, and we move on. That's how trading is. 323. Go straight to funded. I got a straight to funded today from Bulenox for 15 bucks. Passed it in one trade, 3K. What a bargain. Yeah, that's a straight to funded. That's a good way of doing it, because let's say you do a 150K and you pass it in one day and it costs you 15 bucks. It doesn't matter what the activation fee. You're just getting a straight to funded at that point. I agree with you. So actually, I've been thinking about it. I think I may play a little dirty in this round. I may get some 50Ks, and I may play a little dirty with the 50Ks to get back on track. So we'll see. I got to think about it over the weekend, not tonight. David Chester has been there, done that. Yeah, like I said, for me, I got to figure out a way quickly to stop losing big on easy directional days. It's funny, in the past, I would not be afraid on a directional day to just hop on a short just because we saw momentum. Something's changed, but we'll see. I'll have to fine tune it and look at it, journal, and figure it out. Is there a code for the $15 straight to funded? Eddie, what he means by straight to funded is he bought a Bulenox account at 91%. He passed it in one day, and now it's technically a straight to funded. So, but yes, you can use code JCDT on Bulenox. Well, good evening to everyone. I hope you all had a better day than I did. I hope you guys had a green morning if you trade the morning session. If you're here tonight, well, it looks like we're getting the bounce. And it's playing out. I'm going to have to wait for a pullback now to participate, but after all the longing I did today, I don't know if I can even long tonight. So that's the PTSD I got right now. But we'll live. Ibrahim, SSA, good evening, brother. Thanks for tuning in. But yes, let's take a look at my charts. I got 2 accounts. This is what they look like. I am back to zero. Zippo. Brand new. So I bought 2 funded futures network accounts, 2 of those. And over the weekend, I'll figure out what I'm going to trade. But yeah, we're back to Zippo. MP, yes, that is when the market shifts. MP has made a very good observation. MP says what I have noticed with NQ is it will get traders accustomed to all pullbacks get bought back up for many days until one day it doesn't. Exactly. That's why the reversal trader does well with NQ, because that's 95% or more. Now, for me, it's managing that. Let's say it's 5%. It's probably less than that. well, let's say it's 5% of the movements on NQ that are directional with no reversal. How do you manage the loss? So it's going to be a work in progress, but it's identified. Clearly, it's directional for me. It's part of the journey, working on your weaknesses and fine-tuning the strengths. Steve Smith, I have opinions as well, but I'm a losing trader, so my opinions suck. Nah, don't look at it that way. Especially here, this is the forum to speak, share your opinion. No judgment done at all. So don't look at this group as, I mean, you've seen the guys here. Everybody's pretty cool, pretty chill. So. Shark Trends, I am live. Shark Trends, you got to hit that live button. All right, well, good evening. Good evening to everyone. Now, got to see if these bulls are really going to buy the dip here. And we'll see if I can hop on some type of long. Epic Tattoos, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. All right, let me get rid of this consolidation zone that we talked about earlier, and let's keep this a little cleaner. There we go. All right, so they're pushing. They've popped out of where were they? 230. They've popped up 100 points. Jerry Lockey, what's the best straight to funded with the less rules right now? I like Tradeify straight to funded. Honestly, the only straight to funded that I have or had Tick Trader and Tradeify, but I would choose Tradeify over Tick Trader any day. All right, she's a pushing. Ibrahim, I'm with you. At this point, I just turned it on, so I missed the entry back here. I'll wait for a pullback and try along. I've paid dearly long in today, but we got to buy the dip, I guess. Good evening to everyone. Good morning to everyone on the other side of the ocean. Good afternoon if you're on the other side of the ocean. Hope you all are having a green day. Last night we were at 23.8 and today we're talking about 23.3. Crazy. Nasty NASDAQ. If you're new to the stream and enjoying the content, yes, do me a favor, help me out with the YouTube algo, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, help me out with the algo here. Tonight, we're looking at NQ, see if we can get any pullback on this. I really hope it's not a fake out and we actually have some room for upside tonight because I do plan on longing this. All right, let's see how far this pullback is. Ibrahim is in on his micro. See if this is truly a breakout above 300 or a look above and fail, and these bears are going to punish even further. All right, I'm going to set an entry here at around 290. See if we can get that pullback down to 290 to test the 200 SMA and VWAP. And I'll start my long for the night. If we get that pullback. If not, then I'll have to adjust and try to enter further up. Somebody's got to tell Shark Trends that I'm live. He thinks that I'm not live. Oh, man. Let's try telling him on the Discord. Shark Trends. Shark Trends, you gotta hit that live button, brother. Actually, you gotta look into what is it? What's the name of that website? That other JC VOD.ninja. Shark Trend, start looking into VOD.Ninja. We'll probably start using it next week. That way we can have you on the YouTube as well. Mad Pursuits, does Tradeify have NT, Ninja Trader, Tradeivate on direct funding? Yes, those are all Tradeivate accounts. So if we look, if we take a look at Tradeify, which by the way, I am now affiliated with Tradeify. You guys can use code JCDT for 35% on their straight to funded accounts. Here's their, we'll take a look at their website. Hold on. You get 35% off of these accounts. These are the straight to funded, but they also have evals and growth. I've never used the growth or advanced. Lightning funded or straight to funded, meaning you don't have to pass an eval, you don't have to go through the trial phase. You go straight into sim phase, and as long as you hit the profit goal, then you can request a payout. It's a 20% consistency rule. You can have a max of 5 accounts. The drawdown is good. It's end of day. It's not intraday like Apex. You want end of day drawdown. That's makes it a little easier for you versus intraday drawdown. The trailing drawdown, in other words, your max loss limit has dropped a little bit. I remember when these accounts were 7,000 or 7,500. Now your max loss limit, even on a 150K, is 6K. But if you're trading the 50Ks, your max drawdown is 2K, 20% consistency rule. And again, you get 35% off of Tradeify when you use code JCDT on any of them, growth or advanced. I haven't really used growth or advanced. I've only used Tradeify for straight to funded. What I can tell you is they do pay within 15-20 minutes. When I've requested payouts, it is within 15-20 minutes, literally. The consistency rule is tight, bro, but that's the catch for buying a straight to funded. You don't have to pass an eval. You don't have to go through the whole trial phase. If you think you can trade that, the sacrifice is your consistency rule is 20%, but there is no test phase. You go straight into sim funded. Take Profit Trader, yeah, 50%. By far, Take Profit Trader has one of the best consistency rules, by far. I'll agree with you on that, 100%. No pullback. I think that was it for the pullback. They're pushing this hard now. Ibrahim is out that early? I think you got room tonight to make well, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what these Bears want to do tonight. Bears have been punishing all day, so we'll see. Well, good evening to everyone. If you're up in the branches, don't be shy. Feel free to come down. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Feel free to join the little community we got going in the chat. Nobody bites, I promise. Mad Pursuits. As far as rules, Tradeify really doesn't have any rules against the scalping. Not Tradeify. Tradeify is pretty open with what you can trade. We take a look at Tradeify rules. The consistency rule, we know that with straight to funded, it's 20%. With the other accounts, advanced and growth, it's 35%. The straight to funded or lightning funded are 20% consistency rules. So yeah, that's tight. Like I said, I haven't traded the other ones. I've only traded lightning funded and they're straight to funded on Tradeify. The payouts that I've gotten on straight to funded accounts though are within 15-20 minutes. Here are the rules, the 20% or the 35%. But as far as micro scalping, I've never heard Tradeify have a rule against micro scalping. You can't hedge, but that's a CME rule. That's pretty much every prop firm. They're pretty flexible with the rules. As long as you can trade the consistency rule, that's pretty much it. Trailing max drawdowns, chargeback, consistency rule. There's really not much else to it. No. They even allow the use of bots and algorithms under certain conditions. Micro scalping, 50% of your profit must come from trades held longer than 5 seconds. So if you're micro scalping, you just got to make sure that 50% of your trades are more than 5 seconds. I don't think I have that issue. Most of my trades are under a minute, but not 5 seconds. But yeah, Tradeify, like I said, whether you're on their straight to funded or their evals, they paid within 15-20 minutes, and right now they have that 35% discount if you use code JCDT. Christopher, how does the consistency rule work? Depends. If you go straight to funded, it's 20%. If you go with their other accounts, it's 35%. So the consistency rule, regardless whether it's take profit trader, which is 50%, it just basically means that your profit for any given day can't be 20%, 30%, 50%, whatever the prop firm is. It can't be that percentage of your total profit in one day. So for instance, today, if you nailed the short today and you just rode that short today and made 5,000, well, if you're trading a prop, you'd be screwed because you made too much money because of the consistency rules. And when I say screwed, it just means you have to make more profit now to reach your profit goal. That's all it is. It doesn't mean you blow your account. Go Straight to Funded is telling us that the best prop firm for micro scalping is Futures Desk. I haven't traded with Futures Desk. You're not the first person to tell me that. I got to check them out. Are bulls gonna do this tonight? Is this gonna be buy the dip night, or are they gonna flush this down even further? All right, I'm gonna grab some more water and I will be right back. All right. Still climbing. No pullback. Cripwalk. Spoofer has been playing all evening. All evening. Yeah, they've been. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for a pullback before I participate in a long. I'm not convinced just yet. I got hurt long in this today, but I get it. Buy the dip. We are at that pivot point, 325. Let's see if they can push above it or if they're just going to continue this wave. AVL, I am on Quantower. AVL, yes, it does have a trade copier. It's built into Quantower. Like I said, I think I'm going to wait for a pullback. Let's see if we can get 290. I'll start along there. See if these bears want to punish me even further tonight. Neerez, do you prefer Asia session? I'm liking the Asia session lately. I didn't trade it in the past. I've only been trading it last couple of weeks, but or occasionally rather. I mainly trade New York. Ramon Luis, Asia has less manipulation, maybe is good for impulsive traders. Yeah, it does move a lot less wickety, right? What platforms have you used? Which one is your favorite? I mainly use Quantower. I love Tradeivate, don't get me wrong, but Tradeivate doesn't allow you to copy trade multiple prop firms at once. To copy multiple accounts at once on Tradeivate, you have to use Ninja, Replicanto, or other options. Quantower, I can copy trade multiple prop firm accounts at the same time, but it's rhythmic. Cripwalks, yes. You can copy unlimited rhythmic accounts with Quantower, but they all have to be rhythmic. Tradeivate, you can copy trade multiple accounts from the same prop firm. You can't copy trade multiple accounts from different props on Tradeivate. You can only do that using Ninja and Replicanto or some type of copy trader with Ninja or other options. With Quantower and Rhythmic, you can copy trade multiple props at the same time. Cripwalks, yeah, it's pretty clean. I haven't had issues with Quantower, to be honest with you. Occasional glitches, but nothing serious. As long as you consistently update when it tells you to update, you'll be fine. Yeah, Tradeify does not offer rhythmic. When I have Tradeivate accounts, I copy trade them using a copy trader called Tradesyncer, which means I use Quantower rhythmic accounts that you see here, and I copy trade those on Quantower. And my Tradeivate accounts are copy traded using Tradesyncer, using a Quantower master account or a rhythmic master account. J. Lou, how safe have you found Tradesyncer to be? Well, I'll tell you this much. I have a separate laptop right here with Tradesyncer open. And anytime I open or close a trade, I'm checking that everything went through. And if I close a trade, that everything closed. I literally just look at it before I enter another trade. Market orders work best with Tradesyncer, but yeah, man, it's the cloud. You gotta have eyes on it. I haven't had issues, but I have eyes on it for sure. It's its own separate laptop. I don't even have it on this. I don't want to have any issues with this setup. Little laptop right there, just with Tradesyncer open. Diego Peña, good evening, brother. Welcome to the stream. Yep. Diego Peña, how was your trading day during New York session? Did you catch those shorts? Ah, my friend, I'm the contrarian trader. I'm the reversal trader. I paid dearly today. Let's put it that way. I traded silly. I traded against the trend and paid. What can I say? Can you folks trade rice futures? I traded, couldn't. I didn't even know there were rice futures. All right, let's see if we get any pullback on this move up. You aren't kidding. ZRU5 rice futures. That's funny. Do I move my stop to even pretty fast? No, you guys have seen me get stopped out a couple times where I leave the stop. But I've also moved the stop. If I'm in nice profit, I'll probably start trailing my profits. I usually let the original stop play out. Rarely do I put a break-even stop. I should. In hindsight, I should. Well, it would cost me less losses. Oh boy, we're stuck in slow land here. Just a Trader, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. Steve Smith stopped out. Sorry to hear, brother. Gabe, full pour short. Yeah, I'm not trusting these bulls. They're at this pivot point, just hovering for some time now. 325. I'm not trusting it. Bears have been punishing today. Yeah, there's something about this hour. What is it? 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. that just nothing happens here. Ripwalks. No, I don't use Bookmap. And no, Bookmap doesn't come with Quantower. There might be an add-on, I don't know, but I don't use I don't use Bookmap. Shark Trends, yeah, man. Nothing like getting a good night's sleep, brother. I feel bad that you had to stay up watching or waiting for that short for it to happen later in the day today, but it happens, brother. Yeah, go get some rest, man. Nothing like a good night sleep, trust me. I'm pretty close to that tonight. Tonight I'll call it pretty early. I don't think I'll go the 3 hours tonight, but Tonight's my last night for the week. Tomorrow I head out to Sedona. So I'll call it pretty early tonight myself. All right, Shark Trends. Have a good one, brother. Have a good night. Rohan, how you doing, brother? All right, we need a pullback. If the Bulls are really going to run this, I need a pullback, though. Put a long order at 23,245, go to bed and wake up happy. All right, I like that. Team Massive, yeah, man. It's listen, this is my last night of trading for the week, so I'll probably call it at the 2 hour mark, especially if we're moving like this. But I'll hang out for a little bit. I'm just waiting for a pullback. I do want to try to long this, but I need a test of this area, maybe that 200 SMA or this prior resistance becoming support, the 300 level. Ibrahim, after starting trading, a peaceful sleep has become a big challenge. Here's one thing I'll tell you. Sleep is very important when it comes to trading. My big losses usually have something associated with sleep. Last night I went to bed late. I woke up even earlier. I didn't sleep well, and I'm not blaming it on sleep. But when your mind is not focused, when you're not at 100%, your trading takes a toll. Sleep is very important as a trader. Very important. It's probably one of those things that traders don't pay attention to. But I know when I have a good night's sleep, I trade a lot better than when I don't. Yeah, we're in this little consolidation here. I don't know if we're going to get a pullback. I don't know if that's a bull flag forming there. But yeah, that's one thing I would say to anybody new to trading or, dividing your time between work and trading. Get sleep. You will trade 100 times better on a good night's sleep. Trading is such a mental game, it's not even funny. You gotta be mentally fit to consistently trade. Whether that's sleeping, going to the gym, eating well, the healthier you are as a person, the better you're trading. Derek Diamore, 333 and 337 are critical levels. Yeah, we're in this little consolidation. We had this little push of 100 points. Avero, you want all the way down to FOMC low of day? Wow. Oh, I see what you're saying. Up there. I got you. I misunderstood you. King Caesar, yeah, I'd rather sleep. Just sucks when you miss the AM pump or dump, but we need to be able to think clear. I agree. Yeah, today, like I said, I went to bed late. Not blaming it on that, by the way. I traded just listen, to be honest, just like an idiot today. But I could tell that some sleep issues were building up, and that's when you have your worst days. Ibrahim, I'm going to add this to my list to change in my life. I used to go to the gym while in trades. My sets were messed up. Looking at the charts, that's when I used to trade gold. You just got to balance it, man. I've learned whatever you're trading, options, futures, you just got to have a balance. And the mental game in trading, if you're trading every day, if you're taking it part-time and a couple hours a day, it's no big deal. But if you're trying to make day trading a bigger part of your life, in other words, a bigger part of your income, sleep is important. Very important. In a trade, amazing New York session. Hey, man, good for you. I know I say in a trade, but your Indonesia trade, congrats. I had a brutal New York session, but I did it to myself. Hey, we are human. Brad Wolf is a great psychologist for traders. Brad Wolf. I'm going to write that down. I'll take a look. I like reading books on trading psychology. Actually, trading psychology is a real thing. Both how you trade and your mental game. Thanks for that tip. I take trading psychology seriously, actually. I'm going to take a look at that book. What did you say? Brad Wolf? Trading is so psychology based. In other words, you can tell someone's personality by the way they trade. Because your personality is going to be reflected in your trades. When you guys watch me or any trader, any streamer out there, you pretty much have an idea of that person's personality based on just the trades. You will trade your personality. That's why you can try buying courses. You can try signals. You can try, I don't know, joining a paid Discord and copying every trade this guy takes or that girl takes. But when you're on your own, you're still going to go back to your style, your personality, period. Trading psychology is a real thing. PropWorks Trading, how you doing, JC? I'm doing all right. I'm bleeding. Got some band-aids all over. But yeah, I'm bloody today. That's why I don't recommend, people ask me what course or what course should I buy. Don't buy courses. You're going to have to learn it on your own. You're going to have to find the strategy that works for your personality. At the end of the day, you can try buying infinite amount of courses. You're still going to have to find what you like. It's like the whole NQ conversation. Some people trade NQ. Some people can't trade NQ. Some people trade ES. Some people can't trade ES. Golden Ratio Capital, what's your win rate? For scalping, it's, I believe, 60%. If I'm taking it easy on the scalping and trying to play longer plays, probably around 70, mid 70%. When I scalp, my win rate goes significantly down if I'm in aggressive scalp mode. I stay away from scalp mode lately. PropWorks Trading. Oh yeah, brother. I got beat up. Golden Ratio. Yeah, I trade New York. New York's the main session I trade. I started doing the Asia session recently, but yeah, I do New York AM every day. Vincent and Ella, you trade your personality. Yes, indeed. That you do. That's why trading psychology is very real. You trade your personality, period. Doesn't matter what course you bought, what strategy you do. Your personality will reflect. You can work on it over time. Golden ratio. I agree, man. It's paint drying for sure. New York was tough. New York was easy if you didn't decide to trade against the trend. Today was a very easy directional day. But since NQ, we're so used to reversals and bounces and pullbacks and all that, today wasn't that day. Today was the day to just hop on a short and ride it. If you couldn't do that, you lost. If you could and you adjusted quickly, you made a lot of money today. Yeah, today was a tough one for the reversal traders. If you were able to snap out of it or catch the right wave on the bounce, then you got some green. I caught some green and then I gave it all back. I gave it all back into some. I had one beautiful trade today and took the next trade and blew it all up. Steve Paul, blown plenty today. Started to take profit, get eval feedback with first pay. Oh yeah, take profit trader by the way. Not only do you get the 40% off, if you pass these new accounts on Take Profit Trader, they will refund you what you paid for it. So you get back the eval fee on Take Profit Trader once you pass. And you can use code JCDT. But yeah, with Take Profit Trader right now, you do get the 40%. Plus, if you pass it within this new wave of promotion, you get a refund on your first withdrawal. TPT, man, that's the payout machine. I'm pissed that I blew my TPT today. TPT was good. I want to say daily payouts, but I took them pretty frequently during the week. Those were gone. All right, I guess we're not going to get a pullback or a stronger pullback. It looks like the pullback was this. That's it for a pullback tonight, at least for now. Marcel, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Just a Trader has got a nice little book of funded accounts, 50Ks, 5 TPT, 20 Apex, and 11 Bulenox, 50K, all funded? Bro, I want to be like you when I grow up. That's a nice little book of funded accounts. Nicely done. Just a trader, you did it all with micros? Nice. I may have to come to terms one day and switch to micros. I switched to 150Ks. So last year I only traded 50Ks, and I traded 50Ks with minis. I made good profit and I was profitable. But when I did the numbers recently, I realized that I blew a lot of 50K accounts. So this year I switched to 150Ks. I've blown a lot less, but I've also gotten less payouts. Sanjeev, thank you, man. Yeah, today I'm gonna say was idiotic trading on my part, for lack of better words. Who knows? Maybe sleep deprived, loss of focus. I did watch myself afterwards. I watched the levels. I went back and took a look at everything I did today. Listen, whether it was what you're saying, the point of control, value area highs, and all that, I think it came down to number one, completely unfocused on where the trend was, right? The short happened pretty quickly. Once the market moves 85, 100 points, you can try one long. If it's not bouncing, it ain't bouncing, right? If it drops another 200 points and you try another long, and it ain't bouncing pretty quick enough, we all know how NQ bounces, right? Everybody knows the NQ bounce. It's a one huge boner candle and just ride it. When you're not seeing that, well, guess what? Stop trying to long it. So today, like I said, I went back afterwards and watched the trades and tried to figure out what happened. I have an issue with directional days, and it's not the first time. It's a work in progress. It's my cost of business, right? Everybody has a cost of business in prop firm trading. For me, the cost of doing business in prop firm trading, in other words, the day that I can potentially blow accounts right now is a directional day, especially a directional day to the downside. Those days, for whatever reason, throw me off. You give me chop, you give me the reversals and the pullback, you've seen that I can trade that. For whatever reason, the directional day gets me out of sync. But I do appreciate you, Sanjeev. But yeah, today was one of those days that it was a good lesson in what not to do. Number one, don't fight the trend. Trend is your friend. Number two, take a loss. Don't push your losses beyond daily loss limits, taking drawdown that you don't need to. Have tight stop losses. And three, learn when to call it quits without blowing your accounts. So directional days do that to me. There's been 3 directional days in the last 2 months. I was looking at my journal. 2 of them I had bad losses with a recovery. In other words, maybe I recovered the same day or the next day, but I recovered. Today, there was no recovery. But they were all based on directional day to the downside. It wasn't directional day to the upside. Directional day to the downside, trying to long it. So, hey, it's my Achilles heel. I've been saying it for some time. It's not the first time. My Achilles heel right now in trading is a directional day to the downside. Don't ask me why. It's how my mind is triggered. I'm a reversal trader. I'm a counter trend trader. I love pullbacks. I love reversals. That's how I trade. But when you don't have that, and it's a directional day specifically to the downside like today, where you had to time that long pretty good, pretty perfectly, stay in and get out quickly. If you overstay your welcome, you were going to get flushed right back down, and that's what happened today. Just a trader, be strict on your daily loss limit. Hey, man, I thought I was strict on my daily loss limit. I thought I was strict on my 3 trades per day. I blew every rule today. I broke every rule today, live on stream. It happens. It's my cost of doing business, and I'm okay with it. It's what I have to work on, and I copy trade all my accounts, and my cost of business right now is my costliest cost of business right now is the directional day to the downside. The easiest trade in the world. The easiest trade in the world is where I struggle right now. All you had to do today was hop on a short. You might have taken 20, 30 points of drawdown, but most likely you were going to capture a short to the downside for at least 100 points. Derek Diamore, we all do it, bro. Yeah, listen, I've gotten over it. It's my cost of doing business. I blew all my accounts today on the easiest directional day probably this year. Yep. Even if I started streaming, it would be end 5 minutes after New York session, account blown. Yeah, I love the New York session. Don't get me wrong. It's that 1 to 5% of those days that are directional that I got to work on. So, and you guys have seen it over and over again. Well, not over and over again. The big loss days are directional days for me. When that reversal doesn't happen, and you keep trying it, and you keep trying it, it ain't happening. And then I did catch a beautiful trade today for like, I forgot what it was. I think it was like 60 or 70 points. Beautiful trade. And then I go to take another one. That beautiful trade took at least 20 or 30 minutes. Then I enter another long, and literally 3 candles, that thing flushes down like 100 points. I was like, you can't make this up. I think the line of today's New York session was, you can't make this up. But hey, it's journaled. I watched the whole thing. Sanjeev, I do appreciate it because I actually watched a lot of things that were missing today. Focus, levels. Hey, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. That's the way you got to look at it. Cripwalks, I always have a cheap bull. Yeah, you brought up a good point. Always when you have a bad day or you're having a bad day, have one account ready to go degen. Because you're going on tilt and you need to release that emotion. Either get the hell out, turn it off, or pull in one of those like degen cheap Bulenox accounts and just go crazy on it until either you're done and walk out. But that's a very good point, Cripwalks. Having an eval available when you're in drawdown or when you're having a bad day, that you can just kind of let some steam off. Go straight to funded. What is your journal software? I use Tradesyncer's software. I used to use Tradezilla. I was doing Tradezilla and importing and all that stuff, but Tradesyncer does it pretty much for you now too. AVL, you paper trade your impulses? Good, man. If you can have that discipline to paper trade impulses, that's great. Just a trader. Yeah, man. Listen, I've told you guys, I'm pretty transparent. The video is still up. I'm not taking it down. I blew all the accounts today. I didn't blow them alive, but I took a lot of... No, let's be honest. By the time I closed that last trade live, I had about $200 worth of drawdown on most of my accounts. So let's be upfront. I blew all my accounts today live. But I'm transparent. I'm not taking the video down. It's up there. It's part of my journey. I know what I need to work on. It's 2 or 3 big losses on a directional days. 2, there was a recovery. Today there was no recovery. And the Achilles heel for me is directional day. So it's an easy one. I gotta purposely work on it though. How do I identify trend pretty quickly and stop trying to... My nature, we talk about personality, right? We've been talking about trading psychology. I'm a contrarian by nature, right? So you have to work on. And it's funny, I think straight to funded, you were on that live stream today. A couple of you guys were insistent, hey, this is going to drop to this level, right? Straight to funded, are you still on? Well, if he's not, straight to funded and somebody else had some levels. Hey, it's going to drop to this level. The funny thing is, I pull out the chart and I go, yeah, you guys are right. If you look at this channel, the potential to drop to, I think it was 348 or whatever the number was, is, I get it. That's the bottom of the channel. Do you think that I agree? I actually traded the channel on a short targeting the bottom of that channel? No. The contrarian in me, the reversal trader, said, well, if it's going to go to the bottom of the channel, I still have a chance to capture a long first. Let me enter the long. Let me entertain the long first before we take that dip. Well, that's what happens when you try to long the top of a descending channel. So the mistakes today were silly. But it's my Achilles heel. I've known it for a while. LOL, follow your AUMA, and if it's above, you short. If it's below, you long. Yeah, pretty simple, brother. But if you don't stick to the plan and if you don't stick to the strategy, it's going to fail. I've said it a couple times. Everyone's strategy, whatever your strategy is, whether it's ICT, whether you use, like me, the 20 and the 200, whether you use VWAP, pivot points, all of these strategies work if you follow the strategy. If you start messing, putting your emotions into it, putting, in my case, the contrarian trading, the reversal trader into a descending channel that's clearly going to the downside today. Once you start messing with that, then it's going to fail. But it's not the strategy, it's you. Di Lorenzo, what's my account go under my starting balance? I turn into a different person. Yeah, the King Kong starts coming out, bro, right? Well, today it was very interesting. I didn't go crazy emotionally. I didn't take that many trades, but it only took 4 or 5 trades today to blow it all up. I'm trying to look at what times this all happened. But anyways, that's my story for today, and it's now 3 times in the last 3 months. Big directional day wipes me out. Well, this time it wiped me out. The last 2 times I recovered on a big loss. Today there was no recovery. But Di Lorenzo, that is so true. Once you start going under the starting balance, you turn into a different person. You know what's the worst is if you buy a new account. Doesn't matter if it's an eval or a straight to funded account. If your first trade on those accounts starts negative, oh, your mind starts going crazy, right? It's like you refuse to get that account that you just got starting for fresh zeros. You refuse to see negatives right off the bat. How many payouts have you had, brother? You got to check out my YouTube channel. They're up. Last year I had about 200K in payouts from prop firms, with about 25 to 27K in expenses. This year, they're a lot lower though. This year, I'm barely at 100K, and my expenses, well, not that high at all. But this year, it's slow. Like I said, I switched to 150Ks, and my loan accounts have been less, but my payouts have been less as well. And the other thing is I got approved from Apex on Monday. So there's something about getting approved, and now you think you can trade like a king, and your confidence goes up, and the market is going to take that one day and humble you right back down. MRD Trader, same here with me. I blown 5 TPT 50Ks. Yeah, man, it's part of the process, man. That's why prop firms love us. Christopher Sasek, you didn't use the Tory trend line. You were there, brother. You know I wasn't respecting any trend line. I was trading against my own charts today. Like there was literally a descending channel like this. Short. You don't long a descending channel. What was I trying to do? Long it at the top. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, I'm looking at the action today. I mean, literally, today was this. Whoops. Boom. And I forgot who it was. I think it was Straight to Funded who mentioned was it 340? Yeah, I think we were right here. And I still longed the damn thing. Yeah, like I said, today was the easiest day to trade, guys. I'm not blaming it on the market in any way. I went back and looked at it. Today was the easiest, like, kindergarten trading. If you stuck to standard strategies. It didn't have to involve anything complicated today. But two trend lines, you're in a descending channel, grab a top, stay in that short, and ride it. Done. In a trade, you should slap yourself every hour to keep yourself sane. Yeah, probably the best thing to do. I'm not getting the pullback that I want, though. That other JC, nah, I don't know about hindsight. If you were watching the stream this morning, this channel developed pretty damn early. So let's take a look at the day. Okay, this was towards the end of the day. Sorry, this is the morning. This channel pretty much developed pretty quickly. This was the short. This is where I longed. This was at pivot level, right? That 5, yeah, I remember this. I took a long around here, and that's when I don't know what the hell happened. Boom. Yes, because I was playing this level right here. So I said, all right, we're going to come back and test this session low. So I came around here and decided to long it. That's when it flushed like brutally. Game over. I remember this. I remember this. And then from there on, it was just bye-bye. Bye-bye, bulls. We all want to catch the reversal. It's in our nature. I guess that could be true. I know it's in my nature, 100%. But the situation could have been easily prevented. I think by trade 2 or trade 3, I was down already in the thousands. In other words, 1,200 or something. I've done it before. I've ended the stream. I've said, all right, guys, that's trade number 3. I got 3 trades in the red. I'm down $1,200, calling it. I'm going to stay on, but I'm not taking any more trades. I've done that before. Why? I don't know. I was probably sleep deprived, to be honest with you. Lack of focus, whatever it is. That rule was broken. Daily loss limit, broken. It is what it is. I'm testing my screen share on Discord, stretching and cracking knuckles, preparing to be a guest is hard work. I need a personal trainer for this. The pressure is real. You'll be fine, brother. Just do what I do. Blow accounts live. Oh, man. Stealth, good evening. But anyways, that's the learning lesson. It's not a loss, guys. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. It's a really good lesson for me. I need to be able to... The funny thing is I was like that in the past. In the past, I'd be able to... Last year, I remember I'd be able to see a directional day, hop on that short. I don't care if there is no entry. momentum trade it and just hop on it. Whatever reason, this year things are a little different. Things are off, so got to work on it. Steve Paul, we are all battling Citadel, whether you know it or not. Stell, if I had a bad 48 hours, the market is going up last night. I'm trying to sell this morning. The market is selling off. I'm trying to buy. I'm an idiot. Brother, don't be hard on yourself. Whatever you do, guys, don't be hard on yourself when you're trading and you're taking losses. It's part of the process. It's part of the journey. It's a lesson. Look at it that way. It's a lesson. I had a good lesson today in terms of where my weakness is. I'm pretty sharp, pretty aggressive on a certain style of trading, and I do well. But there's certain triggers, certain movements that trigger really bad trading behavior in me. You got to work on it. That's all it is. Yusuf, I hate to admit that I blew 53 PAs with Apex funding in the last 2 years. Well, 2 years, hold on. That may be a low number. 53 divided by 24. So you're blowing about 2 PAs per month? I'd say that's low. That's actually pretty good. Considering most people have 20 PAs at a time, they can blow 20 PAs in one shot, right? I'm going to be honest with you, Yusuf. That's nothing. Don't beat yourself up for that. I'll be honest with you. The big payouts you see out there on social media, 100K, 200K, 500K, 1 million, those come with 200 plus PAs blown, my friend. Let's keep it real. So if you're at that number, that's low. That's very good. In fact, step it up, brother. What do you mean you only blew 54 accounts? Come on, man. Step it up. Maximum strength. Yeah, see, bro. That's nothing. I blew around 250 for only 1 year before I got banned. King Caesar, man, I think I'm going to have to flip back to 2024. I'm getting very close. I had this discussion with that other JC. I've had this discussion with other traders as well. I had a ton of payouts last year on 50Ks, but it did cost. There was a cost to it, but the cost was minimal compared to what I walked out. This year I'm on 150Ks, and okay, I'm not blowing that many accounts, but I'm also getting less payouts. So the 50Ks put you in a aggressive style of trading. I may have to go back to those days. We'll see. D. Lorenzo 250 is low. Sam, I stopped counting a long time ago. Yeah, I haven't taken a look, but I'm pretty sure I'm way above 100 PAs blown with Apex alone. Well, that JC, that other JC, the trick is, what? I know, guy, the key is to use the bigger accounts, but trade them like 50Ks. Yes, you blow less, you stretch it out, your payouts are stretched out more. It's just the balance. Do you want to be the prop firm trader, or do you want to train yourself to be a live funded trader, right? Still undecided. Still undecided. But I'm going to give the 150Ks the rest of the year. I'll try it for the rest of the year. If the rest of the year just frustrates me even more, then I'll go back to the 50Ks. But I'll give it the rest of the year. I do see value in trading the 150Ks like a 50K because it positions you more as trading your own live account. Do you know if these funded accounts are just paper accounts? Benjamin, any SIM funded account is a paper account. So unless you're on a live funded account with a prop firm, you are paper trading, right? With Apex, you have an eval, that's a paper trading account. With Apex, you have a PA or a performance account, that's a paper trading account. Topstep, you have a combine, you move to an XFA. XFA is a paper trading account. Unless you are with a live funded account, you are paper trading. That's why I say prop firms are great because you get paid to paper trade. No matter what you want to call it, a funded account, a SIM funded account, a PA, an XFA, a pro account, whatever fancy little acronym you want to give it, it is a paper trading account. You are getting paid to paper trade. Did you ever get an email from Apex going live? Nope. And I never want to see that email. I did go through video reviews last year. I have not gone through the video reviews this year. And like I said, I just submitted a payout Friday. It was approved Monday. Fortunately, I got that payout for July because I didn't get any payouts in June. July, that's all I got to show for is Apex payout before I blew everything today. So we're back to now building for our August, September. Now, to be honest with you about this Apex moving to live, I have not heard or seen on social media. You guys may have, and maybe can correct me. I have not seen anybody claim to have gotten the email about going to live on Apex. I could be wrong. I haven't seen it on social media though. You guys may have more intel on that. Christian Hooms, does the XFA payout come from the CAO pockets or it comes from the market itself? Oh boy, we covered this one last night. So I'll be very transparent. How does a prop firm pay the payouts? Anybody want to get a stab at that? From failed traders. Prop firms make their revenue to pay payouts based on failure. In other words, they need a huge percentage of their traders to fail, to blow the account, to buy the account again, to buy resets, pay activation fees, pay the account. Everything that is this bottom, right? Think of the pyramid. Think about that 95% of failed traders continuously buying, blowing, buying, blowing, buying, blowing, resetting, activation fee, blowing the account, repeat. That pool of traders, the 95, 98, whatever percentage, that revenue is what pays the payouts. Prop firms have no other way of getting revenue. The only revenue that comes into a prop firm is through failed traders. Peter money is used to pay Paul. That's it. But that doesn't mean prop firms are evil. If you can trade and if you can get a prop firm, 100% I'm still going to trade a prop firm. Peter Chan, how are you, brother? Carlos, so blowing paper accounts is not blowing real accounts? No, not at all. Why would it be blowing a real account? On a prop firm, unless you're on a live funded account, you're not trading any live futures ever. Whether it's an eval or a sim funded account like a PA or an XFA, a pro account, unless you're on a live funded account, you are paper trading. All right, market's moving slow. I don't know what it is about this hour. It's usually And then like around 11 midnight, that's when it starts moving. That other JC, yes, they are robbing Peter to pay Paul. I don't know. No, I wouldn't agree with they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Peter makes a decision to trade or paper trade and blow those accounts and buy them over and over again. Paul just comes in and says, all right, I'm going to take advantage of these rules, YOLO, blow a couple accounts, but I know that if I blow X number of accounts, I'll get X amount of payout. That's the gamification of prop firm trading, which I am debating whether that is truly the right approach. We'll see how these 150Ks and less payouts turns out for me this year. Peter is willingly handing Paul his wallet. Mo Life shorted at 23,288. You shorted at 23,288. Okay. Yeah. I'm not. Listen, I'm not believing these bulls. They've been hovering around this pivot point now for almost an hour. Well, yeah, they're going into 2 hours. They came up to 325 at 6, 7, 8. They're going into 3 hours now, hovering around this 330 area. 320 to 330. They're trying to pop it, but they may just flush this right back down. These props are making bank. If they start changing the rules, then you know they are struggling. Stealth, I agree. 2025, every single prop firm changed the rules, right? Because now you have a lot of prop firms available, and the futures trader pool is now diversified, right? Most of you, or most of us, trade with 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 props. Go back a year, most of us probably only traded on Topstep, Apex, maybe fast track trading, but it was limited. Now you have like 10, 12 options. So the market share now is spread out throughout all these props. That's why they have to make it tougher to get payouts, because the failed trader is spread out everywhere, not just with one prop or two. King Caesar, yeah, man, it's just not moving, man. I've been waiting for a stronger pullback and nothing. I'm trying to find failed traders have 10 openings, just reverse their trades. I'm going to go in and bug that other JC. Di Lorenzo, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. As always. And guys, don't forget to give Mr. Di Lorenzo. He's a good guy. He also has his YouTube channel. Good guy, good content. Give him a visit. Give him a sub. Another good guy in this space. That other JC, it looks good. I'm in the Discord right now. I was going to go bug you. It looks sharp. I think you're going to be ready for either Monday or Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday when I get back. Monday we set it up. I may have some time in the afternoon tomorrow. But it looks sharp. Looks good. Di Lorenzo, thanks for the coffee, brother. I'm going to need it. I'm a little sleep deprived for sure. I think I got to balance the evening session, make sure I get my sleep so I don't come into the morning session and trade like a noob. But tonight's the last night. I won't be trading tomorrow. I'm going to Sedona. I'll be back Monday morning, 9:15 a.m. and Monday night, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. If we get this pullback, I'll probably get into a long. Otherwise, letting it go. Yeah, that other JC looks sharp. You'll be ready, brother. What is it about this hour where it just doesn't move? Range bound 323 to 365. Yeah, tomorrow I get to rest. No trading for me tomorrow. I'll be on the road. All right, King Caesar, if you're going to bed, brother, have a good night. Slowly grinding. Yep. That's what I'm looking for, J-Lu. But, I mean, the wave, they may just continue to bounce this here and no pullback. That other JC, can you video? Hey, listen, we got 100 viewers. Sure, brother, I can do that for you. Let's do it. Let's try to set this up. Hold on. Video .ninja, create room. We're gonna have that other JC guest next week, so you guys get to hear him. Look at his charts. He's a very, I'm actually looking forward to watching that other JC. He's a very good, talented trader, very technical, analytical approach to trading. And he's a good guy, which is more important. They're good traders, but if you're a good guy, a good trader and a good guy, that's a plus. All right, hold on. KP22, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. All right, that other JC, what would you like me to do? Oh, you want me to hop on? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do this without messing it up. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're tuned in, do me a favor, help me out with the YouTube algo. If you enjoy the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algo. Monday through, if you're new to the stream, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern every night, Monday through Thursday. I don't do Sundays. Sundays for the family. And then if you like the New York session, I trade New York. That's my main trading, win, lose, or draw. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 9:15 a.m. So 9:15 a.m. Eastern and 9:15 p.m. for the late Asia. Okay, so that other JC, what would you like me to do now? Oh, you want me to bring you in. I see what you're saying. Hold on. Let me try this. Let me try this. We're going to be experimenting here live. So bear with us. First of all, let's bring this to you, brought to you by Tradeify. Tonight we are talking about Tradeify, so let's stop the ad on Tradeify. Here we go. Let's do browser. Let's add this as guest other JC. What's the resolution on 1080p? 1920 1080p. Here we go. All right, let's try to bring you in now. There we go. He's in. Let's fix this up a little bit. We're doing this live, guys, so bear with me. This is that other JC's, whoops. And do you have audio? Let me adjust your audio. Let's see if we can get you on audio. All right, so we know that the stream, this is that other JC's screen. We're doing this live. We're preparing for next week. We're going to have some guests next week. That other JC will be our first guest. All right, that's his screen. And let's see if we can get you some audio now. Hold on. Let's run your audio into one of my sound cards. Hold on. Do you guys hear that other JC? That other JC, can you speak? All right. So that other JC, we'll test this then over the weekend or sometime next week. But it is working. That is your screen now live, right from VOD. So it's working. Now we just got to get your audio, and you're good. You're good. Looks pretty sharp. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, back to me now. But no sound for the other JC. Yeah, we'll fix that over the weekend. That's probably the easiest part. I was actually concerned about this. Shark Trends is also going to hop on next week, and I'm going to start opening it up to guests. Looking for ICT traders. I'm not an ICT trader myself, and I'm sure the community and some of the newer traders that are tuned in and are part of this community now would appreciate insights into ICT. So my goal is to have different guests, different trading styles, different personalities, different strategies, so you guys get a little feel of different approaches as you're watching the stream from now on. It's working out. It's working, baby. We're good. Now we just need to patch your audio, and welcome to YouTube. All right, guys. NQ still not moving, huh? That other JC, now we just need you to put your camera as well, and now you're official guest of the JC Day Trader YouTube channel. But yes, that is the other JC's screen. He's got a completely different style, very technical, analytical style of trading. Like I said, he's a very talented trader. I like him a lot as a person as well, which is more important. He's a good guy. So I'm looking forward to, I think we should all be looking forward to hearing him and some of the other guests coming up next week. I agree, Abraham. Let's put some pressure on that other JC. I think we need to make it mandatory. Video. Video is a must. He charts with crayons. Christopher, to the kneecaps, brother. That's what I like about Chris. To the kneecaps. Oh my god. Oh my god. Those are actually, what are they called? Renko bars. The guy's really good with his Renko bars, I'll give you that. I think you guys will get a nice little perspective on that style. And there is an edge to trading Renko bars. I'm not gonna reveal it all. I'll let JC, that other JC, kind of comment on the difference between Renko bars and where you're looking at my screen, which are time-based bars. There is an edge in Renko, so it'll be good to hear that style and why Renko bars and how he uses Renko bars and some of the indicators that he's actually created himself. So I think that'll be a good addition to the stream. Even if somebody's using shawarma candles. Shawarma, that is exactly right. The strategy doesn't matter. As long as you're profitable, it's your personality, brother. You ride with your personality. As long as it's profitable for you, grab little tidbits of other strategies and adopt them into yours. It's going to be very hard for you to copy somebody else because it's so personality based. But you can grab little tidbits here and there. That other JC is still here? Bro, I thought you were going to bed. Man, not moving. I need something. I need that. Maybe I have to zoom in here to create some momentum here. Maybe if I zoom it in, now we'll see like these 5 points become boner candles. Mario G, he's telling us buy now, full port, buy now. Mario, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you commenting, brother. Thank you. King Caesar's our King Scalper. I think he should change his username to King Scalper. I believe he takes about, I want to say he takes about, King Caesar, you think you take about 100 trades an hour? Coach Fred, looking at your charts, it's interesting to note that we move out of the channel, enter sideways consolidation instead of reversing. Yeah. Bulls, well, buy the dip, right? That point doesn't matter what channel you're in or what consolidation you're in. Bulls seem to be pushing this. Buy the dip. Very good observation there, Coach Fred. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. Mo Life, time to start believing in the Bulls. After I got spanked from the Bears today, it might take me a day or two to take along again. Boy, was I silly today. Self-inflicted pain. Rob NQ, as simple as that. Buy low, sell high. If you can follow that, stop letting your emotions do the opposite, you'll be a profitable trader. I was buying at New York. The bullhorns was up my velocity. Well, I paid for being a bull today for sure. So you're not the only one. All right, I'm going to leave you guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some more water, grab a quick bite. I'll leave you with the other JC's charts in the meantime. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys with the other JC's chart for a little bit. I'll be back. I got to grab something to drink and grab a quick bite. All right. Thank you, Topic. my voice is distorted? Better? Now it's muted? Really? Alright, just make sure you guys hit that live button if you're watching me like 10 minutes ago. Hit the live button on your phone or your apps. Man, this is slow tonight. Alright, cool. Appreciate you. Yeah, come back to the past, Ibrahim. No pullback on this little push up, huh? Buy the dip and they're just going to ride it all night? Wow. King Caesar, last need to work on this. My discipline went out the window this week. 20 micros long. No more ads. Ouch. Ibrahim, good morning. 7:33 a.m. in your world. August 1st. Wow, August. Well, I get to start August with a clean book. King Caesar, I'd rather do 5 and take profit over and over fast. You mean 5 points? Yeah, I remember those days, man. Listen, I may go back. The dirty scalping. All right, let's see. We're a little overdue on this pullback. Let's see if the bears flush a little bit here. Not trying to one-up anyone that got wrecked today, but let's just say I've now downgraded from Tradesyncer Flex to Standard. Ah, Nate. Well, listen, I don't know how long you've been tuned in, but I had a tough day myself. Brutal day. So my New York morning session was some silly trading. All right, King Caesar, have a good one, brother. If it makes you feel any better, Nate, I also use Tradesyncer, and I have no accounts to connect it to right now. I love Tradesyncer, but I got no accounts to connect it right now. All I got is Quanta Algorithmic right now. That's how bad today was. Green Trump red, we all got wrecked today. Rob NQ, I did not get wrecked. The short was obvious. Yes, my friend. Today was easy kindergarten trading. If you were able to get out of the reversal mindset. In other words, I'm a counter. I do reversals, pullbacks. If you weren't able to get out of that mindset, you lost. If you just saw the trend and followed the trend, you made a lot of money today. La Renco Reina. Good evening, ma'am. How are you? Thank you. Appreciate it. Stealth getting ready to go long. I'm getting ready to go long. Let's see if we can get a fiercer pullback. If we get a touch on that 200 SMA, maybe I'll start there instead of 290. Rob NQ. Yeah, brother. It's like I said, today was kindergarten trading. Hop on the trend and ride it. But if you're a reversal trader or you refused to follow the trend, you got burned. If you just followed the trend lines, you were fine. Hey now. Is that it for a pullback, guys? Come on, really? I guess bulls are now back in control, right? They've only been in control for 3 weeks, one day, and now we can't take a long. Well, I have long PTSD, so it might take me a while to long again after getting destroyed today. Robin Q, of course, I've seen her content. Really? Is it really that bad? I haven't watched her in a while, but I know she's an ICT trader. Listen, I can't say anything. After today, you probably would want to fade me as well. Today was brutal. Brutal trading. It happens, man. Some of these prop firms are crazy. I just saw buy now, pay later on a Forex prop firm. How long have you been trading for? Futures, I started in 2023. 2024 was my first full year trading futures props. 2025 is my second full year. Before that, I was trading options and crypto. Rob NQ, yeah. I mean, listen. I said it earlier. It's my cost of doing business. I have an issue with directional days in my trading, and I know those days could cost me big time. Hold on for 1 second, guys. I gotta say goodbye to the kiddos. They're going to bed, and I'll be right back. All right, we back. All right, here we go. This is the pullback we've been waiting for. The question is, how low will she go and where are we going to enter? You can't add funded network as a connection since it keeps logging me out of my... Oh, Jaslo. So it's, I don't know if you need to have advanced feature. It's a $30 subscription with Quantower. I'm assuming you're on Quantower. If you want to add a second connection, if it keeps logging you out of one, in other words, you can't have two at the same time, you need to have the advanced features, which is 30 bucks. Oh, you have the premium feature? Then you should be able to connect them both. I have them both connected right now. All right, here we go. We flushing. Question is, how low will she go? Is that all we're going to get in terms of pullback? Or are we touching the bottom and 200 SMA? I'm longing. I want 310. Can we get 310? Or am I going to be late to the party if I wait for 310? I'm going to wait a little bit. Let me see if I can get 310. I wanted 290. I'm already pushing it up to 310. We're so close to VWAP. I think we're going to get 300. I'm going to wait a little bit. Don't follow me. She's down to my knees, so I bought. I think you'll be fine. You may get a little bit of drawdown, but nothing serious. Nothing serious until we drop to 220 again. All right, if we get a 200 SMA touch, that kind of coincides with VWAP at 298, right? So I'm front running it, but I need a touch at least of the 200. VWAP is down here at 300. I got my entry at 290. I'll settle for 300. Come on. Can't we get a little further pullback? The last time I tried to front run a level, I've gotten burned. And of course, the day I don't front run the level, it bounces. Stealth went long, have a tight stop. I'm hoping I can get VWAP or at least the 200 SMA touch, but looks like that was the pullback. Got to be a little more to that pullback. Come on, we had serious bear action today. They're not giving it up just like that. I think we got a little more of a pullback. Bears humiliated the bulls today. It's hard to it's hard to believe they're going to give it up just like that. Anyone been to Page, Arizona? No, my friend. I live in Chandler. Never been to Page. Where is Page, Arizona? We got time. Ooh, that's beautiful, dude. You're going over there? How do I not know about Page? Page, Arizona. Look at that. Oh, isn't that where Horseshoe Bend is? I'm lying to you. I believe that's where Horseshoe Bend. I've been up there. Yeah, Antelope Canyon. I did this. I did this trail. Yeah, Antelope Canyon. You got the you got some beautiful scenery out there. I got some good pictures of that area. Yep, I've been there. Those hikes are really good. While NQ flushes. All right, let's see. Can we get... I'm settling for... Come on, push a little bit more. You got VWAP. I'm going to adjust my entry. Where do I have my entry at? 290? All right, I'll adjust to around 300 to make it a little interesting. And let's see if I get it. I'm going to play VWAP bounce if we get it. If we start bouncing here, then I'll try to hop on. But 300 with potential flush to around 290, 280. If they come to 280, that would be my hard stop. I'll put a stop right around here on that flush. But let's see if we get it. Knowledge Seeker, how you doing, brother? Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, did I get filled yet? No, and oh man, I'm not gonna get filled. That's not good. I'm going long. I'm going to try to long this. I don't think I learned my lesson this morning. Longing against these bears. I'm coming for more punishment. Yeah, pajama trading ain't... I mean, I've had a good week pajama trading. But today, not giving me my entry. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm reading an email here. All right, did I get filled? Oh, still haven't gotten filled? Wow. We flushing, huh? We're gonna flush below VWAP? Is that what's happening here? All right, let's see if these this becomes support on my entry. Let's see if I get filled first. And let's hope that this stays as support, this area right here. That was prior resistance, the 300 area. Otherwise, potential drop to 280. And at that point, I have to clip. So stop right around here if I get filled. Vertical, do you know what would be best for trading futures in Canada? Well, if you want to trade a prop firm, most prop firms allow Canadian traders. And again, you're not really trading futures, you're paper trading. So most people I know who live in Canada don't really have any issues with trading futures on a prop firm. Just choose the prop firm you like, the rules you like, and don't worry about being Canadian. Welcome to the club. Eh? Oh, live account. Honestly, that one I wouldn't know. I don't know which brokerage firms allow Canadian. I use Interactive Brokers for my live account, but I don't know how it works with Canada. Sorry. All right, so we're flushing, huh? I'm in. Is this going to be a brutal flush? Oh boy. Oh boy. I need this to hold for support. Don't come and test 280. Need you to hold right there. That's it. VWAP. It's enough. Don't flush anymore. Enough already. You did your show. Let's go. Start bouncing. Enough. Enough. The 9 EMA is becoming... Oh, what is it with me and the 9 EMA? Every time I enter in a position, the 9 EMA becomes resistance. It's like my my death sentence lately. All right, come back into range. There you go. Start pushing. Let's go. I'm on E-minis, Just Fun Gaming. Let's go. We're at the 20 SMA right now, and we got 200. So I can't get greedy. If we can't come back into range, then I'm in trouble. If we can come back into this range, then I'm golden. Christopher, I'm not calling out any more stars. That was the jinx of the night. Did you see what happened today, brother? No stars. I'm not speaking to anybody anymore. That market humbled me. I'm like a quiet little boy today. Market put me in my place. Oh, what was that? That was nasty. All right. If it gets rejected at the 20, like I said, I'm in trouble. Now the question is, do I want to take drawdown down to 280 or call it? That's a brutal one. Let's see if it's a nasty little 5-point candle. I love how we make 5 candles so dramatic here. I was not able to get back into range. Now I got the 20 SMA and 200 SMA becoming resistance. They're going to need to push. They're going to need to push hard. Otherwise, it's going to keep going down, downtown. That bounce faded out pretty quickly. No VWAP bounce. Usually VWAP bounce could be a little more dramatic. See if they can bounce VWAP. Otherwise, I may not even give it a full stop. This candle was nasty resistance on the 200. 200 said, no, bye-bye. You can't go. Good evening to everybody. Chad, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Anybody else new that I haven't said hello to? Just Fun Gaming. I'm trading minis. I think I answered that one already. ALVD. Yeah, I'm going to Sedona tomorrow. That's why I'm not trading tomorrow, Friday, but I'm going to be in Sedona for the weekend. I do off-roading, jeeping out there, so touching some grass. All right, we need to get back into range for this trade to be alive. But we need to do it quick, like a typical VWAP bounce. Can't get too greedy. It's going to be late, so I may target the top of this range. If we get there, the next step is 200 SMA. If we can get over the 200 SMA, then we may have a little bit of life to this trade. But they need to get back into range and pop it. Uh, 444, and I'm not staying up that late. I'll probably target the top of this range just so I can go to bed. So I'm in now 3 hours, 2 hours, 48 minutes. So I'll target the top of the range. Unless we get a big boner candle and for whatever reason there's a bull rally happening right now. Otherwise, that's my target. I'm watching any failure below the 9 at this point. They're pushing above the 200. On the 5-minute, where's the 200? Let's take a look at the 5-minute real quick. Where's the resistance on? Okay, so They're hitting the 9 on the 5-minute right now. Resistance up here again with the 20 SMA at 325. So I'm technically pushing it. I'll set a TP up there for now, but I may have to adjust if we don't get the push. The 5 has resistance right there at that 9, and that 9 has been brutal all day. Like anytime I try to fight the 9, I lose. So we'll see. I'm in Arizona, so I'm 3 hours behind. Right now it's 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Arizona. All right, we're starting to fade here, so my stop, whoops. Right, I'm not allowing the failure below the 9 and the 20. I'm only giving it failure at the 20 and the 9. If it flushes below that, then that's it for tonight, boys. And targeting the top of that range, but I'm keeping a tight stop. It needs to push above this resistance with force. Otherwise, resistance will eventually win and it'll just flush it right back down, but I'm not taking heat on this for no reason if they're struggling at the moving average. They need to come back into range and pop it. They can pop it, then we can get to the top of the range, and I'm targeting 329, and I'll call it a night. That's the 200 SMA. That could be it for this move, so watching carefully. Trailing my stop. Failure of the 9 is all I'm giving it. We're at the 200 SMA right now, and they need force to continue to push from here. Otherwise, it'll just come right back down. ALVD, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. There is a little ascending channel forming, but I'm not entertaining it. I got to go to bed, so either they rally right here and drive it up, or they hit my stop, my TP stop. But it's tight. So any dip below that, that's all I'm giving it. They got to push. Either way, I walk out into green, so call it a night. That other JC is out. Nice. Attempting one more time to push above that 200. Here's the pop above that 200. And now they're coming into that 5-minute resistance we talked about. 325 resistance. And they pop it. Moving stop, trailing that 9 EMA and right below the bottom of that channel. Failure of the channel, I'm out. And now it fell asleep. Come on, one little pop, one more pop. Stop is trailed. One more pop. Can you give me one more pop? As long as the channel is respected, we stay. Otherwise, it's flushed right back down. Either way, I walk out with some green. Can they pop it? Can they pop it? I don't know. It's taking too long. I'm closing it. I'm going to bed, guys. That's it for tonight. Have a great night. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to enjoy Sedona and the weekend. Y'all have a great night. If you're into green, keep it green. If you're into red, don't do what I did. Appreciate you all. If you are new to the stream and enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algo. I'll be back on Monday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern for my New York session crew. And I'll be back here tonight for the late Asia or the late night session, 9:15 p.m. on Monday. Sundays for the family. I won't be around for the Asia session, but I do appreciate you all. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Let me see if I missed anyone. Chad, have a great night. That other JC, Crip Walks, Ibrahim, have a good night. Who else? ALVD. Oh, good. I'm glad I got out. Breaking out of the channel. So we got a nice little out at the 200 SMA, and that was that trade, a standard VWAP to 200 SMA trade. I was hoping they'd push above the 200 for a potential touch at the top of this channel, but 200 is clearly resistance. I'm happy now watching what's happening with that out, at least for this quick scalp. But have a good one. Peter Chan, I didn't know you were on, Peter. I knew you were on a little earlier. Have a great night, and I will see you all Monday. Good night. Ibrahim, thank you. Yeah, it was a nice little VWAP touch to the 200 SMA. Came to me with a little wick. It's the contrarian in me, remember? It's the reverse trader in me. Give me a easy directional day and I'll blow it. Talk to you all. Have a great night.